I'm actually on Isaac alumni, so let's give it another try. Hey Isaac!
We're feeling excellent.
We're feeling excellent.
Yes.
We're fucking excellent.
Whoa! Norwegian delegation going strong. We're just looking.
All right.
Okay, tell me.
Where are our VPs? Where are our VPs?
Tell me about what we were just presented with. You know.
The customer experience and the new standards. And I'm super happy that now we're actually getting information in order to do our job so that we can actually make sure that both our partners and our EPs are getting the right experience that we need.
Exactly.
Yes, and this is great news. This is great news because we need it so bad. Now we can actually perform and do some fucking exchanges.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Woo!
We have an action conference this weekend. Let me. Hey Isaac! Hello, welcome to action conference. We are here in EuroXpro in Turkey. Yay!
Oh yeah.
Picture of the LCP.
Yeah.
Let's ask her.
No, here.
Hi vloggen! Okay, so you know the best thing about being a vegetarian is you don't have to wait in line at all. Like all the people here eating meat, like they stand in line for like 10-20 minutes, you know, and I just walk right past through, I grab my food, I sit and enjoy it. Oh, there's like even more reasons to be vegetarian. Check out.
Attention right here.
I did for me too because
Then we will have
Like we're having good case practices now, and like LCPs from all around Europe are sharing like things that are working for them, and I'm like, my head is fucking burning. Like I'm writing notes like crazy, and you know, there's so many things that I want to do, and it's just so crazy professional, like how Isaac is, like.
Okay, we will start in 20 seconds.
I'm just
so
my head is like
decide when you want to go
fucking
first.
just exploding. There's so many like really obvious things, you know, and I haven't been doing it. Like, we gotta do so much good work. Jesus fucking Christ, peace.
Okay. The groups who have finished it, raise your hand. Let's look at this group. Let's see if they're gonna finish it. This one. Okay, let's go. A lot of space. Good job. Let's go. The day I joined Isaac, when I started my experience in Isaac, I went into an interview where I was having a very hard time. I was 18 years old, I was that shy individual, I was that messed up person who didn't really have a passion somewhere, who didn't have an understanding, who didn't have a direction, and I just went into the interview because I was having a hard time personally. And at that point in time, I thought maybe Isaac's the way forward, because basically, my sister recommended that I join Isaac because she tried it before and she said it was cool, that it was nice. So I went into the interview, and it didn't do so great. I was shaking, I was barely speaking, I was just sitting, looking at the ground the entire interview, and feeling scared. After that interview, I got a phone call, and I got told that I'm in. I went to the induction on that first day where you get to understand Isaac, which was a nightmare for me because I saw a lot of people dancing, a lot of people shouting, it was just horrific. But then the person who recruited me, who was at that point in time local committee vice president of IGIP, came to me, he spoke to me, and he told me, Father or Muhammad at that point, because he like felt in first name basis like that he had that connection somehow. He told me, you were not that good. In fact, you're not good at all. But I saw potential. I saw that you wanted to do something. I felt it. I'm not sure if it's true, but if it is, please don't let me down. after I joined, that to me was the driver. So I got into IGCDP at that point in time, which is IGB today, and I started fighting from day one. And at that point in time in ISIC, it was very cool that they give you the space, they give you the room to just keep finding your way. They let you fail. They let you try. You fail again, they're going to give you more opportunities, which I believe you still do. But at that point in time, that was my reality, and I was very excited. Because I became team leader after about 2 or 3 weeks, and then I started pushing for more things. I started getting a lot more responsibilities. People started looking at me, and I started becoming someone who was recognized in my local community. Although in my entire life, I never got that recognition. At school, I was one of the not cool kids, maybe the people in between the cool kids and the losers, or maybe I was a loser, I just didn't know about it. But I was in that phase. And then I applied for local community vice president of IGCDP at that point in time, and I didn't get it. So that was my first rejection in ISIC as well. And then that was hard. And then I decided I want to go further. I stated the organization was hard, but then I picked myself up, started doing things again, applied the next year became LCBPTM, and then the year after, I decided I wanted to apply for LCP. And this guy, the one who was standing here, this was the guy who rejected me for LCDP the first time, but this is the guy who actually recruited me into ISIC. That is the LCDP IJP who got me to ISIC based on potential. I applied for LCP, I didn't get it, but it hurt a lot. Then I applied for MC. Things started changing, and then I applied for MCP. I got it, I started changing. Things started happening for me. And today I'm PI. I got rejected a couple of times in ISIC, not a few. I got pulled out of the Congress Committee team of ISIC Egypt because I chose to work outside for about 2 months. I didn't have the best record in that way. I got rejected. I saw rejection. I got told you're not good enough. It happens. But because of that work back potential, because of someone believing in me, someone giving me an opportunity one day when I was 18 years old, 7 years later, I am a much better person. 7 years later, I'm a much stronger person. 7 years later, I'm a much more capable person. And that's what I want to tell you is that you never, ever underestimate potential. Never disregard potential. Our weakest links are our opportunities. You're here to develop your people. You're here to make them better, but also think about yourselves. When you join, you are also a potential. And today you're LCPs. So how are you driving that forward? And how are you treating every single person as you're treating yourselves? And that is how I lead my team. When I selected my ISIC international team, I did not look at the results on XCOM. I looked at them as individuals, I looked at them as people, and I gave some of them that showed potential, the opportunity, and they were not letting me down. That is how we should always treat our people. As LCPs, you're the owners of this. As LCPs, you have the opportunity to select the next PAI. It's within your power. Closing message that I want to give you is I'll show you a very quick video, and then I'll wrap it up.
April 1954, the common belief, the universal belief,
because it had been tried again and again and again, and people had failed. The belief was that man was not physically capable of breaking the 4-minute barrier, that he could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. When something happens to them, they begin to believe that that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been, and they can't see the possibility of it being any different.
250 yards to go, and Bannister takes over. Watch his giant stride take him to the front as he races the last lung-bursting furlong.
Roger Bannister came along, and he broke the 4-minute barrier. Since that time, up to this day, over 20,000 people have done it, including high school kids. 20,000 people. What changed? Here's what happened when they got on the track. They knew it had been done. And because they knew it had been done, there was a new belief about this barrier that was unreachable. And those 20,000 people got in a race believing, knowing in their heart that someone had done it, that it's possible that they could do it. If someone can make their dream become a reality, then you can make your dream become reality.
To be, it's good to be an SCP, it's good to be, it's good to be an SCP, it's good to be, it's good to be an SCP, it's good to be, it's good to be an SCP, it's good to be, it's good to be an SCP, it's good to be.
Chester is a very small city, okay? And at that point in time, I was enjoying my experience, I had a great time, and I decided I wanted to apply for LCP, like I shared with you. I applied for LCP and I didn't get it. And that was the night of the announcement. So, it was a tough night, there was a bit of crying, my current LCP was crying, I was crying, it was a rough moment. But we grouped up as an EB, and we've had that moment together where we're looking forward to what's yet to come, and the excitement that's going to happen in the upcoming term. So that was exciting. But at that same exact moment, I was freaking out. Because I come from an LC that is called ISIC and GUC. Back then, ISIC and GUC was the different LC that was in the pattern. LC that was just doing things in their own way, and has kind of a different culture from the rest of the pantry, and is not very connected to the MC at that point. Back then, no one from ISIC and GUC used to go to MC. It was finishing off as an LCDP or finishing off as an LCP and you're done. Because that is how it was for us in ISIC GUC. We didn't really adapt to the culture of the entity entirely. And we felt more comfortable within ISIC GUC, so when it's done, it's done. So at that point in time, I realized, khalas, I'm over. My ISIC experience is completely done.
Whoops.
Finished. So that freaked me out. Because as I was sharing with you, ISIC had already changed me a lot. ISIC has given me a lot, and I've seen a lot of development myself because of ISIC. So I wasn't sure where I would go next. So, what happened is, I decided, okay, why don't I go on exchange? Since it's already over, I'm gonna travel on exchange and see how it goes from there. With no plans whatsoever to continue. That was it. I'm just closing off my experience in exchange because I had never traveled before in my life. I was around 18 years old, 19 years old, and I never got to see anything outside of Egypt. So that was exciting for me. So, I went to that same airport that James went to as an Egyptian. So I went with a cab there. I wasn't feeling paranoid or anything. I'm used to it. I'm one of those crazy drivers that he talks about. So I went to that airport, took my backpacks, and just took off. And that was exciting. That on its own was extremely exciting, but also extremely scary. I took off and I decided to go to Indonesia. I wanted to go to Asia. I wanted to discover that part of the world. As the first part, I wanted to discover all the entire world because as ISICers, we are world citizens, so we want to discover a lot of things. So while going there, I started realizing that there are so many different things outside of Egypt, that Egypt is just one small part of the world. That picture on my right, that was my first day in the experience. That's how I looked like. That's how I looked like without a beard as well. But that was the start. That was the person I was living with. I was living with a host family. So I got to live in their own way. I got to experience that because that person was also my same age. So that was part of how great it was because I got to experience the life of an Indonesian person, an Indonesian guy of my same age. So living with them, getting to have that experience, what I was doing is I was teaching street children English and also arts and things like that. That was very different for me. I've met tons of people that were completely different from different nationalities, from different cultures, having different perspectives that completely managed to change my own. They gave me new insights on life. They gave me new insights on how to be, how to act, how to behave from their own cultures, from their own perspectives. That was life-changing for me. I know this word tends to be overrated, tends to be overused, but it truly was. And when you ask a lot of our exchange participants how was their experience, they would tell you that word. They would mention that same exact word. Life-changing, because that is how it was. At least that's how it was for me. So I went through that, and then that's how I started. I was that person, because I also used to wear glasses, who was completely naive, never flew out of Egypt, only knew Cairo, because I've always lived my life in Cairo, just traveled for vacations in small parts, Alexandria, parts like that in Egypt, but I only knew Cairo. So I'm that city boy, because I'm also a city boy, who knows nothing about life, who was a shy person, as an introvert, all of these things, that just traveled to explore the world. And after my exchange experience, I decided I wanted to go further. I decided that exchange became my comfort zone at that point. Because I had people who were supporting me. I had Icekers who were there. I had my EP buddies. I had a lot of people who were there making it easy. So I decided I wanted to do more. I wanted to go further, and I decided I'm going to backpack around countries in Asia. So I just took my bags. I flew out to Malaysia. I flew out to Cambodia. And it was completely different. And I remember I took that flight to Malaysia, and then took that flight to Cambodia, and every single time on those flights, I had no idea where I'm going to stay, I had no idea how it's going to look like, I had no idea how I'm going to get from the airport to the place I'm staying. It was scary, but it was scary of a good kind. And that was also exciting. And I ended up finishing off looking like this. Like a person who's completely different. That is a difference on the outside. But deep down, internally, I was extremely different. I chose to manifest it externally as well. After my exchange, I've lived 19 years without a beard. In my exchange, that's when I grew a beard, because to me, that was a starting point. To me, that was a starting point of another life. I decided I wanted to look different, because maybe that's going to make me feel different. And I made that change, even physically, in my appearance. I decided that because of the experience that I had with a lot of very strong people, a lot of very different people, a lot of very inspiring people, who are our exchange participants. Our exchange participants are extremely inspiring. Our exchange participants deserve a lot of credit, because they go and they change the lives of a lot of people like us in this room. But like I was sharing with you, I was just one person. I was just one person amongst a lot. As of today, and as of all those days, I've been spending my life in ISIC, having more interactions. I came back from my exchange, and I decided, because in Cambodia, when I went backpacking, I realized that International Presidents Meeting, which is the meeting where MCPs meet, where they elect the new PI, was happening in Cambodia at that same exact time. So I went to IPM, and then I met Abdul, who was the elected Abu, and I spoke to him, and I decided I wanted to apply for MC. Out of a conversation that happened through my travels, that's not sparked by my exchange. And then I continued, and then things started happening, things started rolling, I became MCP, and that's how it went. But throughout all of these experiences, I got to engage with a lot of people. And within those people I've engaged with, I managed to interact with this many people. And this is a rough estimate, but this is the amount of people that throughout my experiences, and that's only in 4 years, these are the amounts of people I got to interact with. Whether they're in my teams, whether they are in conferences, whether they're exchange participants that I've dealt with, this is the amount of people that one person can interact with. And that's, maybe you'd say I'm PI, this is how James interacted with people. This is the amount of people that James interacted with. And that's only 2 of us. 2 people can't interact with this many people, and just imagine this amount of people. It's not small. You look at this number, and we've both interacted with around 16,000 people. We've communicated, had this kind of relation with 16,000 people. That's not small.
So, if we think about how many people we interact with as ISECers, like when we send people on exchange, when we are team leaders and we're in that LC and we speak to the people about our experiences as being on exchange or about our experience in ISEC, it has a big effect on those people. And I think that's something to think about or to reflect on as people here in the organization, is the top team leaders or leaders in the organization, how we're going to share our experience and the things that we've learned here. So, and I think one thing that kind of we as exchange participants, or as people who've been on exchange, or for people who, you guys, if you, after your experience, want to go on exchange, then you'll be the people who believe that leadership is a fundamental solution, and you're developing leadership with these 4 qualities. And for me, that's extremely amazing, and I'm extremely proud that I was able to have that experience. And I think, although we had the context of these days, with us being in these sessions and learning what we do and what we do in the last couple of days, I wanted to take you, the reason behind the session is because I wanted to take it back to the why we do what we do. And because why we do what we do is stronger than what we do, because if we believe in why, then all the what we need to do is solved extremely quickly because we have the passion, the dedication towards the organization. So I think it's your opportunity now, like as people having taken these 2 days, and the same that I said in the GE track, my challenge to you today is to sit down and write down, if you have a spare moment in time, this evening or even tomorrow morning at breakfast, do a stream of consciousness, write down and journal everything that you have in your head, what have I learned in these last 2 days, how have I learned how to do sales, or have I learned how to, understand how to do an IR partnership, and write this down, because all this thing you're going to remember after the conference is going to be things that you're going to have to share with the rest of your team, and will lead to this situation that Europe is united in growth. Okay? So, is that clear? Awesome. So I want to leave you with the last message is that every exchange experience develops young people. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what your background is. Me and Fadal have totally different backgrounds, yet we still came out with the same understanding. So I leave you with that message, and I hope you enjoy the space.
And for me, developing something that truly makes sense. And I founded this company 1 year ago with this Mohammed guy. And 8 people in the team. Do you know someone in this screen? So this is my co-founder, MCAP Marketing Informatics in Spain. But then you can find Abdo, for example, you can find Lian, you can find Daniel. One thing all these people have in common is ISM. We're just a startup. We're 8 people. This is the power of ISM for me. This is the power of ISM 3 years after leaving ISM. The fact that I didn't only create an impact while being in this organization, but I capitalized on the network. I capitalized in those 8,000 people that Father was sharing before that connected with him throughout his experiences. And I managed to choose a team of the best in each kind of positions in order to develop a vision, in order to develop a mission, and a company itself. This company really relates with ISAC. This company is an international education marketplace in which we're providing international education opportunities for every youth in the world. So we want to send majority of people possible abroad to study a bachelor's or study a master's degree or to study any course. And we want to facilitate this process to anyone with any income level. Because at this point, that's very hard for people with low income level to go and study abroad. And the experience, as you know, of going abroad is super powerful. So that's what I wanted to share regarding the network. Regarding the network, because actually, with this guy, this is 2014 in Taiwan. This is my first international conference. I think you know also these guys, right? And what happened here is that it was my first international conference, and that's the moment I decided to expand and broaden my international network. And thanks to this moment, this happened. And LinkedIn happened, and everything happened in my life. This moment is the moment you're living right now. So my message here is actually to create your own network. Speak as many people as you can, because you're having right now one life chance opportunity. You will never have the opportunity in your life of meeting so many nationalities under one roof. To meet so many EPs, to meet so many members, to meet so many MCEPs, LCEPs, LCPs from around the world. That's a one-life opportunity. It's your time to create your network. And to create your network, LinkedIn helps a lot. So I want to facilitate this process for you guys to create your network. And if you have your LinkedIn app in your phone, I would love you to open it. If not, very bad, download it.
Okay, the vlog. Good morning, Vietnam, Isaac. We're reporting from IC Hotels in Antalya, Turkey. We're gonna be present at Isaac's annual gala dinner, and we're gonna see the rewards. Will Turkey win all the rewards this year too, or will another entity outcompete Turkey? Will the Norwegians sit through the entire gala dinner, or will they get drunk in the nearest corner? We'll see. Follow on 6-Star News. What is the problem? Are we starting?
We already started, man.
Okay, keep filming. Okay, I'll cut this. Good morning, Via Isaac. So, I am Vetle. I am LCP of Isaac in Trondheim.
Hello, everyone. I am Sean Javen. I am LCPO of Isaac University of Oslo.
Hi, I'm Ishan, the LCVP of Finance and Partnership Development.
Hi, I'm Dominique, LCP of Isaac Oslomet.
Hi, I'm Christian, IGT, and BI, Norwegian School. What the? So many lights.
They have a band. Yeah. There are drinks on the table.
And now you gotta throw it all away. Where we are?
A quick update on the situation on Saturday, 17th of March. The situation does look great. We are inside the planetary room. Now, currently on the microphone, there is Bobby Lamanoni with his guitarist, and now we are here with the Belgium and mainland of China. One day, drinking beautiful drinks made in Turkish. And now I'll pass my word to Dominic. Thank you.
Dominic,
hello guys.
Give us an update on the situation.
So we are really happy.
Like this.
We are really happy. We are in live feed from Isaac in Norway and mainland of China on the Belgium table. How is everyone? Hi. So how is the night?
You gotta do like delays.
The night has been really lit so far. We're hearing like really good music at the moment, live. We are with Belgium and mainland China at the moment.
Can you tell us more about our interviewer, our cameraman? Who is he? Our cameraman, who is he?
Yes, your cameraman. Your cameraman is Vetle.
Oh yeah? It's Vetle?
Good morning, Via Isaac.
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm nuts. You know, I was almost falling asleep, but then you guys came and tickled me.
Should I kiss him? Don't kiss him. What should I do? I don't know. Don't tickle him though. That's all that matters. Why is this fly open? Don't.
But like we're sitting with the Dutch and they're the coolest delegation, so you know, I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Can you tell us more about the singer?
Huh?
About the singer? How are they?
The singer is from a country where a lot of people don't have the opportunity to sing because it's a dictatorship. So these people are actually a symbol of freedom, and we salute them. Thank you, Whitney.
We're done with that.
Interview. Christian, you gotta pass the mic over to you. You gotta interview.
We are live now with VG. It's Norwegian TV. Would you like to say a few words from Belgium? Where are we?
I'm really bad. So we're in EuroXpro now. We're sitting at the same table as Norway, which we're very happy about. We love Norway. Yeah, we love Oslo.
How is the situation currently in the planetary room?
It's really warm. And Norway and Belgium are not going to win any awards, so
Cheers. Cheers.
Hi. As Sarah said, we're at the same table as Norway. I'm Anne from Belgium.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great night.
Yes. I'm gonna film you at the end of the night and we will see the difference.
What?
I'm gonna film you at the end of the...
No way. This marks the moment for what we're gonna aim for the first Norwegian-Tunisian exchange, and we're gonna bridge Europe and Algeria, and we're gonna make it, 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 we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it. So this is your LCP from Norway. So always expecting to find smokes in my pockets, but now they're all replaced with condoms, and I don't really know how and why. So I'm really struggling because, of course, condoms are fine, but at this moment I need cigarettes. This is my 4th time getting a new key from a room, because either I forget my wallet in the room, or I lose my wallet, or something else, And what's happening? Where are all the chairs? What are they doing? But at least, guys, I have access to my room, so maybe there's a wallet there, but we don't know. But maybe we'll find out. Let's see. Let's just check. And we started playing do you want to build? I've lost my wallet 4 fucking times.
I know.
And this is the 4th time I'm getting a new key to my room, because yeah. So guys, I have an update. I found my wallet in my room. I don't know why it's here, but I have flight tickets to Lithuania. They're confirmed from 1st of July to 12th of July. So I guess I'm going to ITTT, but
Hey, don't forget to hydrate, okay?
Hey, bitch! What the fuck up? Is someone thirsty? Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum.